you're typing. The gyroscope can read data of your voice. So a sensor that is maybe about certain kinds of movement is actually can transduce other completely different kinds of information. So you see how blurry the boundary is with what can be done. So thank you. Yeah, we will be this will be part actually of the Metatopia installation. You can experiment it further there. So this was already this alignment here. And
I have one quick question.
Yeah, good question.
This the language recognition. What would interest me is whether you know, if you type.
Thank you. You can be typing in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Have they already been able to detect that, like randomly, without the thing? The reason I ask is because I've been trying to work with speech recognition systems, and which type automatically, and speech to text, and they have such a problem with recognizing different languages unless you tell the system, and So I'm just wondering whether that's easier if you go through movement, like for the system to connect to recognize that.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think the research that I mentioned was English.
Yeah.
So but I can imagine there is still a keyboard, and still so you have this defined pattern. So a keyboard is with this. Of course, there are different layouts, but
this is the thing. I type now. I'm typing 4 different languages on an American keyboard, with all the wonders that involves. So, I guess I'm just asking how far they've gone with that research, because I think it's really fascinating to see exactly how much you can find out through the movement without, telling the system in advance, okay, the language you're looking for is English on a US American, English keyboard.
Yeah, unfortunately I cannot.
Yeah,
no, it's an interesting question. I also would like to know it. I mean, of course, it adds up because they have a range also, even if you have just one language, so you have to guess, so you already have some possibilities, so that increases a lot the possibilities, but then I think you can narrow it down also, the location, where the telephone is connecting, so you can guess, or you can notice, no, it's not English, so let's try something different.
Okay, so we would like to invite you to, some of us will go back towards Media Lab now, walking, and along that walk through these alignments, like putting into practice this becoming illegible, even if at that moment we can even have our smartphones in our hands and be aware of what kinds of little unconscious or unconscious movements we may be performing as we walk, maybe slowly, if you want. So some of us will be just doing this alignment in the program, in the streets, as we move back to media. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.